Well, hello, FreightWaves. We are excited to be with you today to introduce you to Q'd. For those of you who may not be familiar with us, what we have been doing is we are tackling one of the most labor-intensive problems for our industry, which is appointment scheduling. Now, how many in this room have ever scheduled a pickup or delivery appointment for a warehouse or a location that exists out there, right? We've been through that. We've experienced that pain that we often feel. Did you know that typically there's about 18 steps that a user has to go through to get one of those appointments? Did you know that it's usually somewhere right around 40 to 47 different clicks? Now, in my 18 plus years of being in the transportation industry, one of the things that every team member ever begged me for was less clicks. That's all they really wanted from me, right? And so what we have done is we have built the ability to have instant connectivity to the appointments that you need for your freight. Now, what's tricky about this demo is I'm about to show you a product that I hope you never look at, which feels weird. Because at the end of the day, what we do is we build connectivity directly into your TMS. We don't want to give you another portal to log into. We don't want to give you another Outlook plugin, another widget, another thing that you have to try to remember the password. We're trying to eliminate the, hey, who reset the C3 password, right? Like, let's eliminate those emails. And so, but what we do have to do is we have to give you a little bit of an idea of what is happening behind the scenes, okay? So what I am showing you here is this is the Q'd scheduling portal. These are appointments that are being actively scheduled in our platform, okay? One of the things that I've learned in deploying hundreds of automation projects is that users can't trust what they can't see. We use this to make sure that we get the highest level of user adoption with your team. That's why we have over 90% user adoption with our customers today. But let me show you a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. So along the top here, you'll see these are our different appointment queues, okay, different statuses. So these are pending requests that may exist in your TMS today. Many people, you may realize that you get a new load today, and the first question your team has to figure out is, how do I schedule the appointments for this location? Well, we have tens of thousands of locations already integrated into our system, so that as soon as that stop comes into your TMS, we can already tell you this is a Q'd-enabled location that is ready to be scheduled. You don't have to go figure it out. You don't have to go learn how to schedule with this location. We already have that integration live. Once an appointment is submitted to Q'd, it'll fall over into this new request status. Now, typically, appointments are only in new requests for a matter of seconds. However, you may be familiar with the scenario where your team member goes out, they go to schedule an appointment, they log into this platform, they select the location, they type in all of the PO numbers they need to, all of the associated details, and they get a little pop-up that looks like this. And it says it's too early to self-schedule these orders. You have to wait until Thursday, November 21st at midnight. That means you have several of your team members, because these are the best and the brightest here, that are probably setting their alarm for midnight tonight to go schedule that appointment, right? No, that's not what people do, right? What they do is they use one of these Post-it notes, one of the most amazing inventions for the transportation industry. We write that number down and we put it on our monitor because we're going to remember to go schedule it later. Meanwhile, you're missing those prime appointments. So what do? We automatically store that appointment. We will automatically process at midnight. We're scheduling at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., all around the clock to make sure that your team gets the prime appointments, the most desired appointments, so that you have the best loads to take them to the market as fast as possible. But let's talk about a submitted appointment. Once an appointment is actually submitted through, you can see the statuses and where they're at, right? And so what we'll show you here is here's an appointment that was submitted to us. They said they want an appointment for December 3rd at 0800. And if you see this See Screens button, we can show them exactly what is happening behind the scenes. So they can see that we selected the correct location, that we selected yes, the lumper was required, that we put in all of the associated PO numbers, that we put in all of the additional details that pulled through here. We put in the date, the time, any special requests and details that we pull directly out of the TMS, and they can see that that appointment's been placed in the final confirmation screen. This isn't anything that your team is doing except for if they're not using Q'd, then they're doing all of this work that I'm showing you now. Once the appointment has been confirmed through, you can see the entire life cycle of the appointment. Appointment was submitted for the 20th at 0300. We submitted for the 20th of 0300. You can see all the details on the back end, and you can see that that email was confirmed, it came through, the confirmation number, the date, the time, all of those details get pushed directly back into the TMS. But folks, that's not all. Oh, I thought there'd be like a cheer. I timed it for a cheer. Yeah, there we go. We're not just doing single appointments, okay? A lot of times you see these solutions and they're partially built. They're like, you've got components of it, but once you go live, guess what? It doesn't do everything that I thought it was going to do. We do single stops, we do multi-stops, we do consolidated freight where you have the same location 5 times, but it's really one appointment. Why am I not aggregating this stuff? We fix all of the PO madness in EDI. We're not gonna make your team go back to the drawing board and say, well, you know, you guys would do really well if you actually went in and you deleted this or you added this. No, no, no. This is simple. It's designed to be simple. It's designed to be intuitive so that your team actually gets the appointments that they want. But there's always going to be exceptions. The reason why you don't have hundreds of companies up here talking to you about appointment scheduling is because it's incredibly complex. Our team has over 70 years of transportation of experience. That's why we brought this together, this team together, so that we could finally solve this headache for people. But there's still gonna be exceptions. Things are gonna happen. Maybe you don't have that date or time available, or maybe there's an issue on a load. We will trigger these exceptions back to the users to get you to true exception management, okay? No more touching every single appointment that comes through your platform. We have customers today that have reduced their time to appoint by over 36 hours per appointment. If you are getting your appointments 36 hours faster than you were, are you getting better appointments or worse appointments? Are you getting better capacity or worse capacity? That is the story of what we're doing here. We are bringing immediate access to those prime appointments so that your team can actually get appointments that are going to be desirable for your network. Now look, if you want to know more about Q'd, please come see us. You can visit us at Q'd.com. Myself, Prasad, and Gavin are here. And look, just do me a favor. Don't get to the end of the day and leave your team completely in the dark.